What's up, guys? Now, I'm sure many of you, much like myself, aren't too happy with the heroic HAAT anymore. We used to have the team with Finn lead before they changed his leadership, and with that you could pretty much just hit auto straight away and everything was perfect. The current teams around there that use Finn as a member of the squad instead under Ray, they still require a fair bit of manual targeting here and there, and it's just something I can't be personally bothered with. However, thanks to my buddy Synesthesia and a guild Italy Strikes Back, a guild member of theirs called Rizio has actually come up with another team. This team does require a little bit of manual phase 1, although a lot of damage is actually done by countering anyway. It's not RNG heavy. As soon as you know exactly how it works, it's very easy in fact. And then as soon as you're into phase 2, just turn off the focus targeting that the AI already sets directly on the hull, so you can attack absolutely anyone and hit auto. That's it. It will clear phase 2, phase 3 and phase 4 for you in under 30 minutes for the total run. The best bit is that there's no god mods required. You don't need 6-dot mods, you don't need a great deal of speed. This has been done successfully with 5-dot mods and about 80 speed on each character, which is pretty standard when you throw in a speed set. Once you've got that bonus on top, 80 is really not hard to get to. Gear 12 isn't even a complete necessity. This has been done with a couple of Gear 11s in the team even. And finally, the only definitely 100% required Zeta in the entire thing is Ray's leadership. There are a couple of ideal ones which will speed things up and make it a lot easier, but that's the only one you actually 100% have to have. So without wasting any more time, let's get on to this video. I'll explain everything during the actual run. Let's do this. Okay guys, I'm going to talk you through how the setup works. It's very simple. Basically, we've got to get 2 stacks of confusion on each of the droids. I'd recommend calling Ray for this one. If you call BB, there's going to be an extra attack and you're likely to kill B2 and you do not want him dead. From here, we're going to call 3PO to assist rather than BB, because that way we can get some confusion stacks on, again, without doing too much damage. The Magna Guards are actually very soft and far too easy to kill. Let's get Days over here. So shut down his counter until we've got the 2nd stack of confusion on them. Right, let's put 1 there. That'll stop him taunting. 1 stops taunts. The 2nd one stops counters and turn meter gain. Right. Let's just spread these around. Only use the basic. Do not use the first special of Wampa. It's just too strong. The Days benefits are completely shut down because he'll just kill everyone and that'll screw up your run. Alright, we've got a 2nd one on there. Just 1 more Magna Guard to get some confusion on. Can't really risk Ray calling him, unfortunately, because as I said, the Magna Guards are just too soft. Yeah, let Grievous do whatever he wants. It's not really going to matter. He's going to likely get the odd chain or 2. Don't worry too much. Let's try and control him a little bit. Right, let's get a final confusion stack on. Right, that's the setup done. Now, this is where we're going to try and control Grievous. We don't want him having too many turns, obviously. All right, let's click on Wampa. Get them all in. Nice, big amount of damage there. Control the TM. Obviously, Luke can bring the TM down. 3PO can bring the TM down. Ray can bring it down. BB's little wiggle and stuff does as well, obviously, if he's exposed. Nice. All right, let's use his big special. Or let's call it unique then. Obviously, when it comes to the Zetas on the team, Ray's leadership is absolutely vital. After that, they're kind of optional, although I would recommend maybe It Binds All Things on Luke. Cornered Beast on Wampa would be a good shout as well. The Oh My Goodness on 3PO is actually quite handy for the opening shutdown of B2, because it puts 2 stacks of confusion on in one go. Obviously, rolling with the punches is going to be handy for BB once you get into the later phases. It doesn't really help at all in phase 1, but it's going to speed up phase 2, 3, and 4. As you can see, we've already done over 25% damage here. Just going to keep trying to control Grievous. Don't click the middle one, Damien. Let's get that special there and shut that down. Obviously, having buff immunity there is going to be handy, although generally it's really just the turn meter we're using that for, because the confusion stacks are going to prevent buffs anyway. As we get later on in the run, Wampa's damage is really going to be, stacking and spiking, and the counters are going to do some really big damage. Let's use that one. Get rid of all these debuffs. Now we're getting all the reduction moves in a row, so let's use that one instead. Get that TM off. Perfect. Basic again. Obviously, you have to be careful in the other modes. For example, when you're using Vader in this, you put too many dots on, Grievous will really get going. That's why you want to get these confusion spikes on everybody, stacks on everybody as soon as you possibly can, because Wampa is going to be spreading dots. So get the setup done as fast as you possibly can, and then you're kind of money. It just snowballs from there. It's really, really simple to run. Basic. Try not to call BB. I know it's a habit if you're a Resistance player. In my initial test runs, I kept doing it with Ray. I kept calling BB. All you're doing there is just boosting the turn meter on Grievous. It's really not worth it. Call C3PO. Basic once again. Wampa really comes into his own in the later phases, as you'll see. There's not really a great deal for me to commentate in the final phases, but I'll speak you through the initial part, and then I'll just speed up the run, because there's no point giving you a 30+ minute video. Not when, 3 of those phases are all just autoed anyway. But I really, really like this team. I much prefer this to the other Ray teams that are out there, because as I mentioned, when you're using Finn, you have to kind of manually target to make sure you're actually taking down the turrets and stuff. And there's other little things that are just kind of annoying to deal with. For example, gearing your previously gear 8 Zeta Finn up to gear 12. Not something I want to do. Not something I can afford to do right now when I'm having to prepare for Malak and gear so many other Separatist characters and such. I can't spare that gear for Finn at the minute. So that's where this team comes in quite handy. A lot of people developed Wampa when he first arrived as well, and I wouldn't really say he needs to be gear 12. I have seen it work with him at gear 11. Mine one's personally at gear 9. I'm not quite sure if that's going to work, but I'm going to give it a go anyway. I'll test it for everybody for the sake of science. Let's get a TM down. Grievous is almost finished. This is not even an optimal run. I've had some where I'd finished Grievous and he still had 7 turns to go, but I figured I'd show you, if your RNG is not perfect, if he's getting quite a few counters and the setup takes a little bit longer to work, that it still works. You're still going to be able to solo this, because that's what's important. It's all very well showing a team or something functioning when it works 1 in 20 times, but it has to work consistently to be viable. Okay, time for phase 2. We're not going to have to manually do any targeting or anything here. Yeah, click past that, obviously. It's the one thing you do have to do. All right, we'll click auto, and away they go. Okay, I think this may be focus targeted on the whole, so we might have to turn that off so it just randomly targets anything. I think the AI does that automatically, unfortunately. Yeah, it definitely appears to be that, so I'll take that off in a second. I have to turn auto off, maybe. Actually, I might not have to. Yeah, let's just click off there, click on that. Right. Now it can target whatever it wants, and we can continue to leave it on auto. It'd be nice if it didn't automatically do a focus target, but yeah, that's all you're gonna have to do then. If you can see that it's gunned in on one target and one target alone, turn that off, hit auto, and that's it. It really is that simple. It's phase 2 is probably the second most difficult phase for the AI to actually take down, but it's nowhere near difficult. Like, I think maybe 7 to enrage is the closest the tank ever got, and obviously my team was never in any danger whatsoever. I can't remember exactly what the enrage counter gets to on this one, but I can't remember any of them ever getting closer than 7. So and obviously if you really wanted to manual it, this would be ridiculously easy, but why bother? The whole point is to have a team that can automatically beat this with no difficulty, and that's what this does. Phase 1, I really wouldn't say that was hard to do. As you saw, it went down very, very quickly. About 4 to 5 minutes is the average it'll take for a team to manually beat phase 1. After that, you're looking somewhere between 20 and maybe 25 minutes on auto to clear everything out. Obviously, you do have to skip past the little cutscene bit of talking that goes on, otherwise it'll just sit on there forever. So you gotta make sure you click past that, and then just turn off the focus targeting that's on phase 2. There won't be that on phase 3 and phase 4, fortunately, so it'll just roll over and you'll be absolutely fine. But I think that's just about everything covered. So from here, I'll speed up the gameplay and let you guys see what's going on. There's no need for me to really keep babbling. So that's it for this video, guys. Big shout out to Rezio, to Synesthesia, and to Italy Strikes Back for putting me onto this guide. Really happy to say this is going to be my raid team going forward. It's just so much easier to run, and as I said, I can't be bothered to gear up Finn, whereas my Wampa is going to get developed anyway for the simple fact he fits perfectly into many of the calf teams, which actually breaks most of the calf team counters. No crazy god mods, no massive gear requirements, no huge time investment, anything like that. It's a very, very simple team. It works perfectly, and I hope you guys will give this a go. Please give the video the old thumbs up, subscribe, and until next time, guys, we out of here.